Okay, so I'm going to speak to you today about the circular flow of income. It's really important for anyone studying economics at any level because it's a base for macroeconomics. Okay, so in our circular flow of income, it shows the movement of spending and income within our economy. It's a very simplified model, but we'll start off simple and build it up. So we start off with households, which is our consumers, and the firms, industry companies. As households, we have hold of the key things that industry want, factors of production, which are land, labour, capital and enterprise. And we give those to the firms in response or in payment for rent, wages and profit. So I can give my labour in response to wages. The firms use my labour, capital and land to make goods and services, which then are given to the households in the form of goods and services. I can then pay them with the rent and wages that they've given me in return for my labour, land and capital. So as you can see, it moves around in a circular flow. So the factors move around the edge with the black writing, and the income and the payment moves around the other direction, the red writing. Okay, it's really simplified, but it just helps you kind of get to grips with it. That would be a closed model, a closed economy. If we make it slightly more realistic, we call it an open economy, where we have both injections and injections and leakages, which are sometimes referred to as withdrawals. Okay. So leakages from our economy, things that take away the circular flow of income, money out of our economy, are savings, taxes and imports. Injections that put money into our circular flow, into the firms, are investment, government spending and exports. So it's all well and good when it's on the blackboard, but I thought I would show you with a bit of water to demonstrate it. So this little Tupperware is my economy. This is the UK's economy, the circular flow of income. We have our government spending, nice and full, not like the UK at the moment, exports and investment. Then we have our withdrawals or our leakages, which are imports, savings and taxes. Okay. So in the UK, we export a number of different goods. Manufacturing used to be very strong, not so much nowadays, but potentially going through a recovery. So our main export for the UK is financial services. So we're putting our exports out into Europe and the rest of the world, and that gives us money. That money goes into our circular flow of income. So it adds up our circular flow of income, it expands our economy. You can see the water rising. That exporting encourages firms to invest more in the economy. So that investment goes into the UK and goes into our economy, and you can see the water level rising even more. The government thinks this is great, and they want to encourage infrastructure, they want to encourage aggregate demand to increase and income in the economy to increase. So they add some government spending going into that, maybe creating some jobs in the NHS, building some roads, some new housing, whatever it might be. Some government spending adding to our circular flow of income. Now you can see this is getting pretty close to the top, isn't it? And maybe it might just overflow a little. And what we want in an economy is for it to be nice and steady. So potentially governments of the past might have overspent and they've filled our economy right up to the top. And if we have a little bit more water in my jug, maybe a bit more exports, it's going to overflow and overheat. So we would see that the economy starts to overheat and overspill, and that causes big problems spilling over onto my desk and into my tray, which is what we call inflation, okay, and prices rising. Inflation has lots of negative effects that you'll study at another point, like making us less competitive abroad, menu costs, shoe leather costs, etc. You'll study throughout your course many negative effects. So our economy is overheated. But then there's the other side of it. There are the withdrawals that hopefully try and balance our equilibrium. So if we in the economy spend on imports, it's actually taking some money out of our economy and putting it into another countries, because we're spending on imports, so the money goes to France or the money goes to America. Do you spend everything that you earn in your wages? We're very lucky if you do, but some of us put it aside, maybe for pensions or maybe for a rainy day. So we save some money. So that then takes money out of our circular flow of income and balances our economy down a little bit. It slows our inflation, our overspilling, our overheating bit. And as we all know, the government likes to tax us to fund the government spending, to fund our deficit. So that then takes some money out of our circular flow of income. As you can see, it's lowered the level of income in our economy. Now what we want to do for our economy to work well is for it to expand, but at a sustainable rate, not too much. So when injections are equal to withdrawals, we say that our circular flow of income is at equilibrium. It's at an equal point. When injections are bigger than leakages, so when government spending, exports and investment are all bigger than our withdrawals or our leakages, it's expanding, which is good, but we need it to be sustainable. We don't want it to overflow into our trade. We don't want that overheating spell. And then our injections, when they are less than our leakages, if we took some more income out of our circular flow of income, our economy is actually shrinking, which is bad for our growth, our unemployment, and the other key macroeconomic indicators. So what the government has to do is try and balance it, and it might do that by using 3 different policies of monetary policy, fiscal policy, and supply side policy. And that's how they balance it. So if we were having far too much government spending adding into our circular flow of income, so it overflows again, they might just hold off on that a little bit, hold off on it a little. They could use monetary policy to raise interest rates. If we raise interest rates, what do you want to do? Save more. So you would take more water out of our circular flow of income to save more. If we raise interest rates, it also makes our currency stronger. If we've got a strong pound, it makes our exports less competitive, so it would then slow down our exports, so slowing down our injections, and therefore the firms respond to that by reducing their investment. So it slows down what's going in and increases what's being taken out. And they use monetary policy to do that. And fiscal policy, taxes, obviously taking more money out as well. Okay, so that's just some basic principles of the circular flow of income, which is a really nice starting point for macroeconomics. Thank you.